Hi everybody, it's Liz and I'm back. Well, I promised to tell you a little story about my girlfriend who found out her husband had been having an affair. So I'm gonna run through it real quick because I only have 10 minutes and I really don't, I might have to do 2 videos. But anyways, this is how it started. They're both active duty military. We were not stationed with them. She's a real good friend of my brother who also is in the military. We were in the military, but we weren't stationed with him, but we're friends with him. Anyways, so she was active duty. He was active duty. He had gotten sent, he had a TDY to Korea. He went to Korea for a year, left her and the baby here in the States because she was stationed in Montana. And he spent his year over there doing whatever he was doing. He came back and told her that he wanted a divorce because he had fallen in love with someone else and he did not want her anymore. And that when he goes back, that's who he was going to marry. Well, lo and behold, he's stationed back in Montana too. His orders got shut down. He didn't get the orders that he wanted to go back to Korea, so he couldn't go back. So he 4 months after they divorced, he wanted to remarry, money-wise probably. Anyway, so they remarried. They stayed married another 12 years. Well, she calls me and she's, telling me that, she thinks he's having an affair again. He promised that he would never do it again. But she had found a receipt for a diamond ring where he had charged it on her credit card. They were both on the credit card, but anyway, so he charged this diamond ring. It was like a $2,800 diamond ring. So she questioned him about it, and he said, well, I gave it to their oldest daughter. So she calls her older daughter, and her daughter says, no, he didn't give me nothing like that, So we talked for a little bit, and as the weeks went by, I said, well, is everything okay? And she says, well, you know what? If he is having an affair, I'm going to do everything I can to keep him. Because now, in that 12 years, they had 2 additional kids. So altogether, they have 3. She got out of the Air Force and went to college to study law. And that's a whole different story because that didn't pan out either. Anyways, so he retired out of the Air Force as a master sergeant. His retirement is like $1,900 a month. He gets on with this big company, this big contractor, where he has to do a lot of traveling to Vegas. And that job paid him, I believe, anywhere from $93,000 to $95,000 a year. Remember that part. So, on top of his retirement. And I guess a few months had passed, and she called me. She said, okay, I know he's having an affair. He's never home. I call his office and, he's out for the day if he's not on a business trip. His business trips normally last 2 weeks. Well, he called her and said, hey, look, my business trip is ran over. I'm going to be here another 2 weeks, da-da-da-da-da. So she's like, okay. Well, she calls me one night and she's crying. She's hysterical. I said, what is, because she's in Conyers, Texas, and I'm in Florida. And I said, what is going on? She said, go to this website. I need you to look at something. I said, okay. Type in Chapel of Love in Las Vegas. I typed it in. Now, we're going to call her Olive. We're going to call him Popeye. And we'll call the woman that he married a home-wrecking bitch. That's what we're going to do. So anyways, I go in. You got to type his name in. So I typed in Popeye the frickin' Sailor Man. And guess what appeared? A picture of him in a tuxedo. Yeah. Standing next to him is a woman in a bridal gown. I said, what the hell? That's Popeye. She said, yes. And she just went off. That mother, you know what? And that son of a, you know what? And I can't believe, I'm going to kill that mother. Well, she was pissed. She has every right to be mad. That motherfucker flew that girl from Conyers, Texas to Las Vegas while he's on a business trip and marries her. While he's still married to Olive. Been married to her for 22 years, got 3 kids. Oh my gosh. The pictures. I went through the whole photo, because you know they upload the photo album. I went through there and I just could not believe that this motherfucker had the nerve to go and marry another woman. Now this bitch knows that he's married. Now he's telling her, well, I'm getting a divorce, so we're going to go ahead and do this. That way, you know, things just kick right on in. Anyways, so she's really pissed. I mean, we talked for a long time, and she's crying, and she's okay. Now she gets to the good part. This girl lives about 20 minutes from them. She works at like an IHOP or some restaurant. She's a waitress, and she has waited on them before. Her children, and her husband, all together, just waited on him. And she was doing more waiting on him. But anyways, so I'm just like, I'm shocked. I'm looking at his picture, and I'm thinking, gosh, this is so odd. So she tells me, she says, well, you know, I don't know what to do. I said, well, how did you find out that this was going on? She said, a friend of a friend called her and told her, you need to go to this website. I need you to see something. Well, that's what she did. She saw everything she needed to see. I told her, I said, well, you know, you could take him to court, you know, because what he's doing is breaking the law. No, I didn't take him to court, Liz, because if I take him to court, then I lose all my benefits. What? I lose all my benefits. If he goes to jail, her benefit stops. Plus, he wouldn't have a job. So, he didn't explain to her. He just said that, you know, he wanted to be with this other woman and to fuck her. He wanted nothing else to do with her ass. He'd gotten paid a few days later. She was so mad she went and took his whole damn paycheck. Took the whole damn paycheck because he keeps his retirement in a separate account, but his paycheck goes into this account. She took the whole thing, went over there and just took it all out. Withdrew everything. Sure did. So him and his old lady, they were bouncing shit, you know, and she didn't even care. This way she said, I'm going to take care of my kids and I'm going to pay the mortgage. Good thing she did, because he immediately after he found that out, he took her off the account. He stopped taking care of the children. He stopped buying groceries for the house. And he stopped making the mortgage payment. Ain't that something? Well, I'm running out of time, so I'm going to tell you the rest of it. Stay tuned because I'm coming back. Don't go nowhere. It gets good.